Welcome to the thedummykruger channel, everyone. Today's video takes us to the Lynn County Courthouse located in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I want you to picture this. First Amendment Auditor Afro Man Audits is on his last day of trial for charges of willful disturbance and 2 separate counts of harassment in the 3rd degree. Afro Man's father, who we will be referring to as Afro Dad, sits in on his son's trial for harassment and not only gets arrested for contempt of court, but he also picks himself up an harassment charge. I couldn't make this up if I tried. The first clip we see is Afro Man leaving the courtroom while one of his freedom-fighting buddies is recording the exterior door of the courtroom for hours. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, and comment below. Let's jump right in. You may have thought I was kidding about him just recording the exterior door to the courtroom, didn't you? Nope. This is how he chose to spend his day.
What's up, man?
What's up?
You're live.
Got my dad in contempt for 5 days.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like for 5 days of jail?
Because, yeah.
Really?
Because,
Dan's in jail for 5 days.
Yeah.
Pigs.
Because, I filed a continuance before trial because of a medical issue, or I have to go to the doctors and everything, but it was denied and everything. So now I'm in there dry heaving, almost getting sick in the garbage and everything. And my dad didn't like it, so he said something, and Jones put him in contempt for swearing.
What?
Yeah.
So Dan's in jail right now for 5 days.
Yeah.
He got arrested.
And I'm in contempt too after this case.
What?
Yeah, after this trial's heard.
First, the judge threatened to hold Afro Man in contempt, but apparently later changes his mind after he apologized for leaving the courtroom earlier in the morning. The judge gave Afro Man a second chance, something he never did to the public employees he harassed for months on end. More on that later. As for Afro Dad, his charge and sentencing reads, Court finds Daniel Van Neville in contempt of court, sentenced to serve 5 days in jail to be served forthwith. I have a running theory that any time forthwith is used in a sentence, someone means business. And before I hear, but Dummy Kruger, he was just taking up for his kid that was allegedly having some sort of panic attack. For that I say, watch the entire video to see some of the dangerous rhetoric and threats Afro Dad has levied against public employees in the past. Your opinion of that may not stay the same way. Let's continue.
I still, so you're serious that Dan is in jail right now?
5 days.
See,
And they
Margarita,
probably won't let him out on Saturday either.
Margarita
Probably
was just saying that, like, I have a feeling you're gonna get arrested. And like, that's kind of like what
He wants to put me in contempt because I was having a panic attack when I first got here because they didn't grant my continuance. And I went up and talked to Courtney.
Yeah.
And just because I was up there and for like 22 minutes or whatever, the judge
Just so you know you're not
called
being
me in
filmed.
contempt. The judge called me in contempt though just because I was having a panic attack. And I left the courtroom to calm down and everything.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're not allowed to have a medical emergency in court to judge in contempt.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're not allowed to, even though all these dumb bitches want to go off feelings. What about my fucking feelings? All these ass wipes want to use their feelings. What about mine, pieces of shit?
This is the second court appearance in a row Afro Man claims to have had some sort of panic attack. My question is, what about the harassment this kid levied against a group of women for months leading to multiple protective orders? The abuse was relentless and went on day after day after day. I'll be covering more of that topic when the judge renders a decision for these charges. He also has another trial that is set to resume in September for another willful disturbance charge, as well as another harassment charge, but this time in the 1st degree, which is considered an aggravated misdemeanor and much more serious. Let's skip ahead to a few hours later where our cameraman attempts to bail out Afro Dad for a contempt of court charge.
What can I help you with?
I'm here for two reasons. One, I'm trying to get some information about Daniel Venable, and the second reason is I'm trying to put some money on his books so he can have some stuff when he's in jail.
To put money on his books, you would use the black box behind you to
Oh.
use that.
Okay, box.
Yeah, the kiosk right behind you.
Okay. Does it accept cash?
Yes, that's the only form it uses.
The only form he uses. Okay, I gotcha. Can you tell me anything about Dan Venable? Like, when's he getting out?
Give me 1 second.
Or anything or anything. You know, we just don't know anything.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
That's at least something.
Alright, so it looks like he's here for a harassment second. The bond is 1,000 cash as surety. And then it looks like he is here for a contempt of court, serving time on that. And it looks like he's serving time until the 13th on that one.
The 13th. So you said, is there a bond or is there not a bond?
So at some point, either while in court or sometime afterwards, we find out he's not only spending 5 days in jail for contempt, but he also picked himself up on harassment in the second-degree charge. He has court for that today, August 9th, so when I get more information on that, I'll post it on my community page as it's not updated quite yet on their website.
So on the harassment second, there's a bond of 1,000, but then on the contempt of court, he's serving time on that one.
So there's no way to get him out, nothing.
Not today.
When?
So you could post the bond on the harassment second, but he would have to stay until August the 13th because he's serving time on that one.
Okay, so even if someone came in with $1,000 cash, he would still be here till the 13th regardless.
Yes, because he's serving time on that contempt of court.
Okay.
Posting a bond for contempt of court typically isn't a thing. It goes directly from being charged to sentenced, with the judge having the final say on the length of the sentence within certain parameters.
Okay, guys, gonna be putting some money on the books here for Dan. Ask him about the harassment charge. I don't think they're gonna know anything. I think they just know what the computer says. Let me get some money on the books before I go asking. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying about who did he allegedly harass, but like, you guys got to remember that all these charges have all been bogus, so you can expect the charges moving forward to be bogus as well. You know.
So the man with the camera, who goes by Buttcrack News Network, has no idea what transpired. Hell, he just found out about the harassment charge himself, yet he's already telling his audience the charges are obviously bogus.
So we'll put some in this. I only got 2 bills on me, guys. I got a 10 and a 1. So I'm going to put both of them in there.
Afro Dad just hit the lottery with the whole $11. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to buy him too many honey buns. Before he exits the property, this guy lets us all know exactly why Afro Dad is sitting in jail.
They got a camera there to film us, and then they got another camera. And if you guys want to know why Dan's in jail, it's over cameras. You know, the fucking pigs just think that if they intimidate us enough that we're just going to stop filming them, and they're going to keep on getting away with their organized crime activities.
So Buttcrack News Network here, who claims to only report, quote, real news, runs with the false narrative that it's only because of the camera that Afro Man and his dad are in so much legal peril. It couldn't possibly be their behavior. Before we leave today, I do have a few clips that show us who Afro Dad is. To provide context, these clips were recorded during Afro Man's arrest for the charges he is currently facing trial for.
Everyone, I'm now being arrested for I got money in there too. I'm being arrested now for trumped up charges and I'm hearing.
Well, people, this is how these motherfuckers work.
I know.
So after Afro Man was arrested, Afro Dad picked up the camera and went on an insane, menacing rant aimed towards a group of public employees. This is what I said at the time. As for Afro Man's father, I have been looking daily to see if he has been charged for his outburst during the live stream when Afro Man was arrested. At this time, there have been no charges brought against him. The women he is talking about during this live stream do have a no contact order against both Casey and his dad, so that certainly could come into play. Upon release from jail, Afro Man had a live stream where he was defending his father where he said, quote, "They were just words that fall under the First Amendment," unquote. Their claims are when the dad continued to mention the Second Amendment over and over, he was just educating the employees on that particular right. It wasn't meant to be a threat. This was a poor excuse considering what was actually said. Here's some of his quotes.